back to the show. Right now, we're talking long haul Bombers, reviewing last season. Let's take a look back at the second half, plus the finals, the amazing finals at the famed Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles.
Softball is an international sport, and the long haul Bombers do their part as they play ball at Toronto's Rogers Centre, home of the Blue Jays. Denny Crine of Team Mikan set the pace with power and 11 points, sending balls into the upper deck to the delight of the many Canadian softball fans. A steamy Friday night in Atlanta, home of the Hotlanta Braves. Turner Field is home run country. None bigger than Hammer and Hank Aaron, who belted out number 715 back in 1974. Following that tradition are Brett Helmer and Greg Cannell, who tied with 13 points as the road to the finals tightens up. In St. Louis, they sure aren't singing the blues. It's home to the Cardinals, Budweiser beer, and plenty of anticipation for the 12th stop on the Stadium Power Tour. Swinging hard for TPS is Tim Coco. Mr. T looks like he's been spending hours in the weight room, and it paid off. Bang, Sue! Wow, Coco is upper deck bound and keeps his hopes alive for the finals. Time for a bomber on the bubble. Brian Wegman of Team Easton. Wake starts off swinging like he means it and sends the ball flying into the upper deck. And on the money ball? Yeah, count it, baby. Wags is also on his way to the finals. Here are the 6 Bombers who will represent in the Stadium Power Tour Finals at LA's famed Dodger Stadium. Stepping up first is 2-time champ Denny Crine. Denny shows all of Hollywood how far a man can hit a softball. And that's no special effect, folks. DC sends another one into the bleachers to the delight of the Southern California fans. Denny played for the White Sox and is no stranger to big parks, big crowds, and of course, big blasts. He ends up with 7 points. But is that enough? Softball legend, Easton's Brett Helmer. Helmer has all the tools to take the title. Power, technique, and plenty of experience. Whoa, that blast literally left the building. Helmer has found his groove, and on the last pitch, Brett sends it to the fans in far right field. Helmer also ends up with 7 points, and the battle is as tight as rush hour on the 405. Will the other half of Team Easton break the jam? Brian Wegman is known for great technique and sends them deep into the yard. Wiggs is on a roll, making a Hollywood-style impression. He also ends up with, you guessed it, 7 points. Can Tim Coco break the tie? The big man starts off strong. 3 for 3 before you can say show bomb. Coco has amassed 7 points. With this blast, he takes the lead.
That one's out.
But before he can celebrate, Coco has to wait for the last man standing. Greg Connie Cannell from Team Worth gets off on the good foot and is ready to chase down Coco. Hey, if you park close by, best check your windshield, because Connie sends him into the lot and onto the iconic awning.
Another souvenir in the parking lot.
And now he's tied for the lead with 9. And with this swinging homer, Greg Cannell enters the record book as the 2011 champion on the Stadium Power Tour. A big shout out and congratulations to Team TPS Louisville Slugger, who took home the Manufacturers Cup on the 2011 Stadium Power Tour.
Wow, what a season. Very fun to look back on, but now it's time to look ahead to 2012. The Long Haul Bombers are going to open their season at Petco Park in San Diego. From San Diego, the Bombers take their show to Safeco Field in Seattle, followed by a trip to the Tropicana Park in Tampa St. Pete. This year, there's also a new stop at the ballpark in Texas, home of the Rangers. Then the Bombers travel to New York to test the new left center field wall at Citi Field. They also get a chance to put on a show at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. That's the home of the world champion Cardinals. There are also stops in Cincinnati, in Atlanta, and Toronto. For the rest of the schedule, log on to softball3 softball360.com. Stick around, more Softball 360 action is ahead.
Still ahead, a trip to spring training with the Long Haul Bombers. Teen Combat is back in the hunt as the world's greatest softball home run hitters get ready to get it on.